What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the year-end shot tank. We are one shot tanker down today based on travel. I think that's what's going on. A lot of traveling, holiday stuff.
Yeah.
But we got Jeb, we got JBB. Jeb, we'll start with you. How are we doing, man?
Doing good, man. Life's good. Year's coming to an end. So rare's been a lot of fun lately. Been diving into that hardcore.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. John, what's going on with you, man?
Not much, dude. I wish I was sweating $2 million like you, but we're on to playoff. We're on to the playoffs. We're drafting. I got 40 into the first mitten. I'm already 30 into the second mitten.
Wow.
Got 30 into the gauntlet. We're just hitting this thing from all angles, baby.
Wow. I'm 10 into the gauntlet right now.
Jeez.
We'll talk about the 2 milli sweat in a little bit. I want to see, we got our man, JJL Smith says second beer of the afternoon in hand. Shout out JJL Smith, who some of you have caught on already. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag JJL Smith into the chat. Our man gave us a Monty Morris legendary moment to give away tonight in honor of the year of celebration here over at Shot Tank. So JJL continues to be like the GOAT, man. He really does. He continues to be one of like the best community members. And it's not just of like any community. It's every community. He's a part of all of them, and he's the best in all of them. So shout him out. He is the reason we're able to give away a legendary today. So we'll be doing that towards the end. To the house out here, just cracking Trulies. All right, to the house. Yeah. So
I got a pre-made Manhattan right here. My wife's aunt gave us like one of those 6-packs of like the pre-made mixies.
Wow.
So
all right, we got
fired one of these up. It's pretty.
We like that. I got a neon beer hug at the moment. But yeah, so we'll be giving that away a little bit. Where I'm also gonna rip I think I won a Cool Cats pack from the they did that Christmas Day competition.
Dang, you're on a heater, Mike.
Yeah, dude. That's gonna be
Do you remember what it was? Like how many 3-pointers or something?
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Steve, get him in the Community Builders Discord ASAP. He has done more than most of us. And he's also ahead by 2 beers. All right, catch up, man. Catch up. Wait, does that mean you're negative? Wait, he said he's up to his second
beer. He's on his
beer.
second beer, yeah.
I thought he was on his first. I was like, are you negative 1 beer right now? But yeah, so we'll dabble into some Top Shot stuff as well. Can we talk about the Best Ball Mania for like just a second?
We got to.
Yeah.
Dude, so I guess for those that don't know, I got one lineup into the finals. One Best Ball Mania team into the finals. I'll pull it up here in a second. But the reason I want to talk about it is I feel like it's going to come crashing down in a second. But this is a squad we got here. We got Kirk Cousins and Burrow, Damian Harris, Damian Pierce is gone, Algier, TDP, James Conner. We got some Drake. I don't know why they arranged them in this way, but Drake
reshuffled everything.
Yeah, Tyquan Thornton, Pierce, T. Higgins, Jahan Dotson, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and then Ingram and Kittle at the bottom.
That's a good lineup.
Yeah, we're definitely live. And then so first is 2 million, second it's like pretty flat the whole way out. It's like a 470 person GP.
Top 50 win 10K, right?
Yeah. Can we just John, I've been messaging maniacally throughout the day. All of this injury news keeps coming out, and it's like severe, not severe, but it's like important injury news. Like Derrick Henry's probably not going to play tomorrow night. Jalen Hurts is probably going to miss again. Tua is ruled out. And it affects
Hill and Waddle got like 25% plus lineups through. So without Tua, they're not as good of options. Derek Carr's out, so Devontae Adams. Yeah. I think even Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs, who probably got a decent amount through, like aren't even really going to be that live. I thought something they may even sit too. Pollard's got a Q tag tomorrow night. I mean,
the Jags are talking about pumping the brakes, right? Like
I did see Peterson come out and say that Jags are going to play because I think there's I think there's still like a small chance that they could get in as a wild card if they win out or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think they'll still play.
But we're in like I think what's important about this is like a lot of people are losing guys right now. Like Derrick Henry is not
insane.
And I don't have any of those guys yet. So
No.
that's what's important. So I think we
Definitely
got
dodging bullets.
yeah, we're just live. That's we're looking to be live. Sure.
The best part is Mike's got because you're going to be sweating Burrow and Higgins right on
on
Monday.
Monday night. Yeah.
Any Bills?
No Bills. No
Bills,
Bill.
okay.
I didn't do the week 17. Sorry, Justin Herzig. I didn't do the week 17 bring back.
For the win. But yeah, Zakarian's going to be sweating his lineup on Monday night, going, just hopefully climbing the leaderboard as Burrow throws touchdown after touchdown to Higgins.
Oh, I will. God, I will lose my mind if we have like a good sweat. If we do it, we'll pull up a live stream on Monday night. If we have a real sweat,
that'd be
we'll have
fun.
to do it.
That'd
We'll
be
have to do
super
it.
fun.
I don't want to rain on your parade, but I have to give like my opposite end of the spectrum from this weekend, where
Oh, yeah.
I had all the guys that went off, right? I had the Burrows, I had the Higgins, I got lucky with James Cook, freaking Kendrick Bourne, and my lineup was at first, and then I'm doing some crazy math about like I need the Packers to win as a Packers fan. I also needed like Rodgers to not do well, Watson to not do well, Waddle to outscore Hill, like all this crazy shit had happened in the first Sunday game. Everything happens. I'm on top of the world in first place. I'm texting Mike. I'm like, dude, we're both gonna be live. This is sick. Because Mike had already like kind of put his pod away by then. And then I'm literally just like hanging out at my wife's family's house, like whatever, not really watching this Rams game. And then I'm looking and like Cam Akers has 2 touchdowns. Then he gets his 3rd touchdown. I'm like, holy shit! Like, let me see who has Akers. And this guy lands freaking 0.3 points behind me with Akers, and then he still had Connor live after, and I'm just like, dude, like Cam Akers has never scored more than 18 fantasy points in his life, and he goes for like double that.
It's brutal.
To put me away. But then the worst part actually was I had already woken up early on Sunday and was like doing all this crazy math to try to figure out my Rodgers, like Watson, Hill, Waddle, Sweat, Gesicki, like was even in there. And then I made it through that, like after stressing for 3 hours. And then I do the math and I'm like, okay, Connor needs under like 8.6 points. And if he gets under 8.6 points, I'm going to survive. And he was like trending under 8.6 points somehow. He had like 7 checkdowns and he still was like under that.
And then ripped
towards
one.
the end of the game. And then he broke off that huge touchdown. I was like, God damn.
That was tough. That's tough. Best ball's the worst.
Yeah.
Unless I win $2 million this weekend. And it's funny, I'm not going to. Like, it's so hard to thread this needle. But the fact that it's only 470 people is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
You have a puncher's chance. Like that lineup is not dead in the water, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I know I brought this up before, but I'm like sweating Damian Harris news. I'm like hoping the Patriots.
I saw he limited in practice today. So
that's way more than he's been lately. So let's go, baby. So that's going to be a fun sweat this weekend. But enough about that. We will actually, John, I think you and I tomorrow afternoon are going to be firing up a little playoff best ball stuff, and we're going to do a little stream tomorrow afternoon. So stay tuned for that. But I guess for like today, we don't really have an outline for what we wanted to talk about. We'll still touch on So Rare a little bit, but I figured, we've been doing the show for a little bit now, and it's like I feel like we should be doing a little year-end review type situation, kind of. What are we thankful for? What were some of the good things that happened? And we can laugh at some of the stuff that happened. But I don't know. I feel like we just like shoot the shit about Top Shot for a little bit, since last week's episode was mostly So Rare, and since our man JJL has given us a Monty Morris. But I don't know. Does anybody have anything off the top of the dome that they wanted to chat about with in the Top Shot streets?
I mean, I think the big, like, in terms of like looking back, the big one is Vegas was pretty cool. Like, getting to meet even more people than we did the year before. There was something for us to do. The first year we went, besides the kiosk, there wasn't really any Top Shot related stuff. Like, they had stuff for us to do. I had a good time. It was really a unique, special experience for sure. Yeah,
Vegas was sick. Green Curry says, if you win the $2 million, what's the first Top Shot moment you buy? And it's the general manager position, probably. I don't know. Can I just yeah, no, dude, you're right though. Vegas was sick. That was a lot of fun. And I have so many fun memories from that. Like the live show obviously was great. Like meeting so many people were great. But that last night, play after Top Golf, just like ripping blackjack until like 4 a.m. with TST's drunk ass waiting to get to the plane, and DJ Local just ripping. I mean, not even just on blackjack, just like throughout the entire weekend on like 7 different devices, ripping locker room packs. Like that, Vegas was awesome. Vegas was really a good time.
Yeah, that was sick. That was sick.
The blackjack table was one for the memory books.
That was a good time. I don't know, John, anything for you that like sticks out this last calendar year?
I mean, I was reminded the other day on Twitter that we did kill Top Shot in April when the Run It Back packs went on sale, and
that was this year.
Maybe,
wow.
maybe not. Was
no,
it not?
That was
was
definitely this year.
Yeah, it was this year.
Jeez, that seems like an eternity ago.
Yeah. So somebody reminded me that we killed Top Shot then, because every moment that wasn't already on its way down started going on its way down on that day. So I don't know if that's like causation or correlation, but that was definitely not the greatest memory.
No, man, it's so funny because I truly understand everyone's frustration and can even understand people like questioning ethical behavior during that time. But my favorite thing is people thinking that there was an inside job, that we had like insider information. Yet like people are on the website all the time and they're like, holy shit, did you notice that the Top Shot score was removed? Like, did they run Top Shot score? Like people are, it just so happened the one time we were doing that, the Run It Backpacks were there.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I will say at the beginning of this year was probably the most fun that we've had in a while when they basically announced Flash challenges about a year ago, like this week, right? So the first part of
wow.
I know.
It all feels so much like so long ago.
The first part of 2022 was a lot of fun, and I mean there was some threads going around there that Top Shot had it figured out, and that they were playing their cards right and everything, but little did we know it was just because they hadn't put out too many moments yet, and they were waiting until I don't really know what they're waiting for, but they sent them all out late last year, so this year we're just getting that done early.
One of the things I wanted to ask was what was the last, and I don't mean this for fun, this isn't meant to be like fun, what was the last like pack drop that you were excited about? Because I actually think for me, I mean I've definitely lined up for packs before this, but I think for me the last time we did Deck the Hoops was the last one that I was like super jacked about. Right? Wasn't that with like the KG, they had like some of those special Christmas Day ones?
Was the All-Star game? Yeah. Where's the All-Star games pack?
No, the All-Star games ones all sucked.
Yeah, no, I know they sucked, but I had.
They were all the blended. That was the blended.
Yeah,
that was the February month.
Well, I pulled the Jersey cereal, so that was a fun one for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say what J Fox said here with the Magic.
Yeah,
Magic,
that's 100% the last one. That one was really cool.
The Magic one was sick.
The more of those that they do, the better. Like that was kind of. I actually was looking. I'll save the analysis for later, but I was looking at the Magic Anthology versus the Immaculate Reception here, and similar mint counts, but I don't know. For some reason, the Top Shot moments just sell for way more than the.
Oh, did they really?
Like, yeah, I mean, when you look at like the revenue they took in, Top Shot took in like 700K that drop, and All Day took in like 150K or something. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's always kind of funny to look back at that stuff, but yeah, those packs are fun. I think they should try to do more of the anthologies. I don't know, like honestly, if they took 2 months off from pack drops, would anybody be pissed? Like probably not. Will they do that? Probably not. But man, these Christmas ones, like I don't know. I'd be interested to hear what the chat thinks. I haven't really seen a whole lot of positivity rolling around with the Christmas packs. I mean, they just sold out yesterday. So I mean, the packs are up for 2 weeks, right? That's a pretty long time in Top Shot land for things. I
mean, that's super early. Yeah. Like we haven't seen that happen for like at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy's saying he pulled a LeBron TSD from a locker room pack. All right. Locker room packs are going to be dope. So you're saying the upcoming locker room packs you're pretty psyched about? Well, you'll have to refresh my memory. I don't even remember what's like in the upcoming locker room packs. Is it just more of those?
You can just pull pretty much anything in it. Like you can pull old Deck the Hoops legendaries. Like there's going to be Series 1 TSDs. Like there's a lot of cool stuff in there. Like if we compare it to previous locker room packs, like there's a lot more cool stuff this time than before. So I mean that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not really though. So like, I mean, I just don't want to like. I get what you're saying, but it's the odds aren't better. So like
correct.
doubled the amount of LeBrons, but then they cut in half like everything else from Series 1. So there's still only like 60 moments that are over $100, and then. They put in some rookies and some rares from this year, but I mean, shoot, a Series 4 rookie is $20. So
and it's still better than pulling nothing, though, right?
I mean, yes, you're right. It is better than pulling nothing. So yes, if that is okay, Borland, I'm just gonna put you in fucking timeout, dude. You're annoying me right now. God damn it, man.
What did he say?
No, he was just like firing the same. He's just picking a fight tonight. Like that's Borland's energy tonight. He's picking a fight. God,
the packs are better as far as the moments. Like there's more moments that are more recent, I'll say.
Yeah.
But the EV is the same basically. So you still need to have everything for $1, and you're still hoping to get a couple 30 cents back on your investment.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a bunch of floor trade ticket moments, like why not spin the wheel? At least that's what I'm doing. I sent in a bunch of moments for the Top Shot Secret Santa. Didn't get anything interesting back, unfortunately, and immediately turned them all into trade tickets. So because you can't sell them for $1.
Yeah, I didn't even think to turn them into trade tickets. I didn't get it. Dude, I did. That was like my favorite thing that happened on Twitter though, where people mad that they didn't get like the nice free shiny thing. I was like, guys, hey, I mean, you can't be mad about that. Like that not everybody was gonna get like a really cool thing.
This is true. This is true for Will. This is true. So he's got a point. 30 cents on $4 is definitely the best EV we can get.
Regulars saying the WNBA summer set is trending up. I haven't really been paying attention to what's been like moving up or down too much. I wonder why that is. I will say that I know the WNBA community's been doing like a ton of stuff. In their Discord, they've been like super active with a bunch of different stuff. I know they've been burning a bunch of moments too.
Okay, on the topic of WNBA, I got to get this off my chest because I don't really understand exactly what's going on with it, but it appears from their numbers that they gave out in the blog last week for Net Neutral that nothing on the supply side is counting for WNBA, which is fine, but they are counting everything on the deflationary side.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which nobody cares about, but except for me, who like does these spreadsheets and tries to like track this shit, and I don't know, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, that was a weird move to do it one way.
I'm fine, like not including WNBA, like that's totally fine. But like,
they're two different products, but
then
you can't
just don't include it.
Yeah, you can't take the good from it and leave out the
right.
bad.
I want to shout out Kevin Forch from Watch Your Work because I brought this up the other day in the morning show, and he said at least they're acknowledging they don't give a shit about the W now. They're like saying it out loud. Collins right here saying Luka moved the needle on a Series 1 bubble moment last night. That was pretty cool to see. I saw TST tweet out that
TST
thread.
too, right?
Yeah, that there was a bunch of buys last night after that pretty big performance, which was I mean, listen, that was like the whole thesis of all of this content was like to hope someone pops off and then the next day the moments move. So that is pretty exciting.
Do you think the people saw Luka score 60, 20, 10 last night and were like, you know what? I think he's pretty good. Like I should buy his TSC.
You know what? No, I don't think so. I mean, I could see that for the TSD, that being like, you know what? This is as low as it's ever been since like the beginning of time. Maybe things do pick up soon and I want to get a shot. I mean, that's where my brain was the last time everything dipped.
Oh yeah.
where I was like, this might be my last shot at it, so I might as well make the move. So I could see that being part of it. I also think that a lot of our brains have been like, dude, you know what though? They're probably gonna make Luka like moment from last night, right? And they'll probably do it in some sort of challenge, and you're gonna have to have a series 1 moment or something like that. Like I could see that being the thought process for why people are picking these up as well.
I've seen people try to figure out the LeBron stuff already because he's theoretically going to break the record, I think, in like, is it a couple weeks or a couple months? Or?
It should be soon.
It depends how often he plays, but I mean, he should.
I was saying though, I think that those prices are probably like, I mean, that bump is probably priced in, right? Like no one is learning for the first time that LeBron might be the all-time leading scorer, right?
I mean, yes and no, because like no one knows, no one knows what the challenge is going to be. So there's like, I'm sure there's some of it that's priced in, but there's going to be some stuff that's going to be a surprise, right?
Yeah.
So if you get lucky, like speculating on something that no one thought was coming, you might really make out there. But
if you're saying that, if you say speculate on something no one saw it's coming, that means it's not a LeBron moment.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
So, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like the LeBron prices are.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, and then on top of that, unlike the Curry 3-point record breaker, which one was a complete surprise, we didn't know that was coming.
Yeah.
But two, I think with this one, they're going to make you lock stuff and burn stuff, and so that just kind of, I mean, I think they should do that. I think that's important, but it also kind of like takes the wind out of the sails of people just wildly like buying stuff up like super high,
Yeah, that's
so.
Yeah.
I think it's
think
good,
they'll have to. Well, it's just interesting because there's not many things they can do to bottleneck it to 1,000, or to under 1,000. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to want it to be like a relatively low mint count, and there's just like, if you just look at like the different LeBron supply, like challenge badges, like, whatever, like go through all the stuff, fandoms, go through like every single potential category. There's just like 1 billion LeBron moments. So there's like not really much they can do besides like the one thing I heard today, I think it was Brian in the Discord said that they could require you to lock one of the team moments of Lakers, Cavs or Heat, which would then like settle it down to like 800 or 900 or something. So
those like the dynamic duos, is that what that is? The team moments?
Yeah. I think John's right that they'll just do it by like parallels. Well, like they'll make a super rare parallel but everyone will have like the chance more or less to get it. Maybe.
Oh, no parallels.
God, I hope.
Shouldn't. They shouldn't, but knowing them, they probably will.
I hope that's not the case. MacTac, I don't hate this either. Like this is the shit. Like good.
That's what they should do.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, and like Green Curry said, top 1,000 for it too.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be curious. I feel like I'm in such a healthier place now, where I'm like excited to see what they do, knowing I won't participate. Not like in Top Shot at all, but like I know whatever LeBron thing comes down the pipeline, there's nothing I'm gonna do.
With it. Yeah. I'm not chasing the speculation on that.
Breaking news: Jamal Murray's out tonight.
Jamal Murray's out.
There you go.
Hopefully that means Christian Braun.
Brown. I've been told it's Brown. We're gonna start pronouncing it Brown.
Okay. So they have 2 Browns: Bruce Brown and Christian Braun.
Yep.
Very cool.
I might have to make an adjustment to a lineup here. Do we get Bones Highland in there instead of Jordan Clarkson, and then see if we can upgrade somewhere else?
Ooh, I don't hate that. Although I do think Clarkson's gonna go off today.
I think we're gonna go Markkanen instead.
Yeah, Clark.
Regulars thinking it could be a top 50 legendary moment too.
Ooh.
I mean, that's what they honestly should do, but are they going to? I don't know.
The reason they won't is because, well, I don't even want to. I feel like the majority of collectors that are yelling stuff on Twitter right now are relatively new and don't have, and not to quote Nicholas Julia, who this will upset everyone, but don't have the heaviest bags, right? And so I feel like they're going to cater towards, just connecting and collecting and just making sure that more people have the opportunity to get, which is like, I'm not really a big fan of the parallel stuff, but I agree. I think that is the direction they'll go.
I think that's what they'll do. I can't stand the parallels. I think it's possibly the dumbest thing Top Shot has ever done. And that's what really, that was the last straw for me, like checking out a Top Shot more or less. Like I still obviously pay attention and read everything because I have a problem, but I'm definitely not spec buying or anything like that anymore.
No, but I just think like I could see them being like, well, hey, look, it is still rare, right? If you are at the top of the leaderboard or top of whatever, it's still only out of 250. But then it's like, but the other one has a yellow color instead of a purple color on it, and that one's out of like 650. So I don't know. I'll be curious to see. Green Curry says, what if he breaks the record with a free throw like he did for the Christmas Day record last year? First ever free throw moment.
I mean, they just do a montage, right?
Oh, like a melt?
Yeah, melt.
Yeah. They're going to do it. They'll do a melt of his last game, or that game anyway, I would think.
What if I know I like Green Curry's line of thinking though. That's how it becomes one of the most unique and
then
rare
people
moments.
are going to want to play it on Moment Rings Play, right?
Well, and then
free throw bonuses.
Well, and then people start calling it a Kobe tribute because Kobe shot free throws too. So didn't Kobe pass Jordan with a free throw or something like that? So yeah.
I saw shout out Chewy. I saw Chewy on Twitter today replying to the Top Shot account being like, can you stop giving us dunks? Like it's just like we need more blocks and steals. And so that's made me laugh thinking about it being a free throw moment for Moment Rings.
I like Regulators one of like, let's say they give 1,000 away in a challenge and then they put like 37,000 up for sale for $100 each or whatever, like they did for the Dwayne Wade. They use it as a revenue source of revenue.
I'm sure Twitter will find. Bruce Brown is out too.
Bruce Brown, no.
Well, now that's Christian Brown season. Now that's
jeez.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I had the Brown brothers in a So Rare lineup.
Ooh.
So
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I had Jamal Murray in my all offense, but he put up a decent number.
Yeah, he already hit it. PP, is Sabonis playing tonight? Did they make that call yet?
There's no way, right?
Through the house saying
he broke his hand, but he was questionable 2 nights ago.
He was projecting in today. Like I was looking at
that's crazy.
What was it called? I was looking at Establish a Run and they had him in today. Yeah, Jeb, remember buying the Smush Parkers? Is that Discord still up and running? The Smush
No,
board?
I deleted it. No, we bought I never bought that because Kobe was in the background. I bought it because I'm a big Smush Parker fan. So
yeah. Dude, wow, he is. Fractured Hand is playing.
That's freaking awesome.
Wow. Okay, Consigliere says, hey boys, I need JBB and JEB to tell me in real life occupation. Willing to say on stream, or do I need a DM? TLDR, it's in an Angels sale thing and can't say more. What the fuck is going on?
I'm a software developer. It's not a secret.
My IRL occupation is I'm a project manager for a general contractor. Super sick.
Consigliere, I think it's like pretty fucked up. You didn't want to know what my job is. 2FA AGB, was that what my nickname was? JBB AGB awesome. 2FA.
Oh yeah.
All right, I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's anything else for Top Shot that I really wanted to hit. I like, again, I'm not interested in buying some stuff right now, but I do think like the vibes seem a little bit better. I did buy a Zubac debut recently. Oh yeah, so. Oh, that's right. I saw you say that. The fish is back in a Series 1, baby. I will say
one thing. Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I think one thing that, and I don't know, maybe you guys have different takes on it, but like it seems kind of weird they haven't like done anything in a while, like spaces or like anything to like talk about anything, and like maybe they're just hoping the Treaticus guitar can get everybody through S4, but like I don't know, like. It just seems like they should like say like what their vision is, right? Like we got this whole we got this week of roadmaps. That distracts them from minting more moments, John, and that's what their focus is. It's just minting more. Do you know? No, like, during the roadmap stuff, it was like, oh, here's like S4 is going to be all this cool shit and like hard to get packs and everything, and then it's like, okay, well, that's not true, but it seems like the vibe. Like in what I understand from the social media stuff and like the general direction and vibe that I'm getting out of Top Shot is like like let's just have some fun, right? Like
That's
let's like that's what it is, right? But like I don't think they've I think they should like say that, right? Like they should be like, hey, we're gonna just bend the fuck out of moments. Like whoever does cool shit, we're gonna make stuff, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you
well,
don't. But like this isn't really an investment vehicle anymore.
John. Let me seriously, and this isn't even playing devil's advocate. Like seriously asking, what is their benefit of doing that right now? Right? Because I would argue that by them doing what they've been doing so far, they've built like good vibes to the people that still really like it. And what
Yeah,
they've
that's
done
true.
is just like, because I mean, I don't really talk about it anymore outside of like this show. And then if Top Shot comes
Yeah,
out with an announcement, like Jeb's not really making content around Top Shot that much anymore. TST's not really doing it. I mean, you're still running numbers, but like no one's actually, Tandy does,
Top Shop.
right? What Tandy does a weekly show on it. And then Treaticus does his weekly spaces in the videos that he's putting out. I don't think anybody else, and I forgive me if I'm forgetting someone. I don't think anybody's really doing anything right now. And I think that is I wouldn't say that's what they want, but I think they are fine with the direction that it's going right now. I think they're like, oh yeah, but if we just don't say anything, or if we don't do anything around it, we can just be like, well, hey, look, guys, the tour's here, or look at this basketball court, or look at, and I'm not even making fun of those things. I think a lot of what they're doing is pretty good, but by just, they're throwing little lifelines out to be like, hey, we're still here. We're still doing stuff without actually addressing some of the major stuff.
Nope.
Shout
out Strad. Strad has been putting out fire. I love Strad's content.
Hell yeah. Shout out Strad then. But that I do think
I agree. I think that's a good point. Like it probably doesn't do them a lot of good, but I just wish that they're like I don't know. I just wish that their actions were aligned with like the stuff they say or talk about. But you know,
I agree with you. Like I mean, this is why
like it just seems like you're right. It probably like you can't just come out and say like, hey, don't buy our stuff if you only want the number to go up. Like that's probably not the greatest like sales pitch ever. But
yeah,
like, you know, they can't say that like they're trying to get, you know, they're trying like one of the things they've talked about even recently, I think, is they're trying to like, you know, double down on retention. It's like, okay, that's just a fucking lie. Like you're not like you're doing nothing to retain people. Like you're doing nothing really to reward people. Like you're just minting the shit out of moments. You came out with like $2.5 million worth of pack revenue over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is. Like
yeah,
that's just not true. Like what you're saying isn't true. And like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I have one fucking moment and like I still get pissed about it like every week when I run the numbers because it's like this is just so like everything they're saying online is like so like anti what they're doing, but whatever.
no,
Yeah.
I
think
agree with you.
To your point, Mike, is like, I mean, me and TST and John and like you at the morning marketplace, like our content and our like niche was like finding an edge and grinding that edge and like pulling profits and all that and speculating. And I mean, to kind of the point that you're saying, like, I don't think Top Shot wants that.
Yeah.
Even though like they're like, no, like we don't want you to like try and quickly profit off these things. We want it to be like the card market where it's difficult. Like you want to buy and hold these things. And, you know, like
well, they want it to be 1985 where you had to
correct.
wait till
Yeah.
Beckett came out. Like they
Yeah.
wanted to be where like there was no fact checking, that it took a while to figure stuff out. And that's just not where we are.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, oh, we have this brand new, amazing technology. We're so much better than cardboard. And then be like, whoa, guys, you're supposed to hold your moments. Like, that's the point, is it's like that. Isn't that the point of like Web3 is like, it's supposed to be like, you're supposed to be allowed to choose what you want to do. And, but yeah, I mean, they kind of sent a message without saying it publicly. And that's why I still enjoy Top Shot. I still have quite a few moments, and I've been like, you know, harvesting some losses for taxes, but I'm just not buying, and I'm not like obsessing over it like I used to, because I've just realized it's completely like pointless.
Yeah, I mean, and to John's point, they just haven't like followed through with a lot of the things that they were saying. And then once that became you know, like it became fun for a little bit to call that out, to be like, hey, what's actually going on? And then when they were just like, oh yeah, can you just shut the fuck up? Like, we're not gonna answer that.
Stop doing math.
Yeah. Then it's like, okay, you just
collect and connect.
Yeah. Then you're like, just all right, fine. Like, I'll stop doing stuff. I'll stop.
Well, like also if like because like the vibe now feels like, hey, we're gonna come out with all these moments like whenever we want, whatever pack they land in. Like Brandon will rip a podcast, Austin will rip a thread, like, you know, Pack Group will retweet a bunch of people, and like boom, like that's what we're doing, which is fine. Like, you know, like don't care about mint counts, like make a million rares for everybody and all that stuff. But then you like also can't like ever talk about price on stuff. Like you
Never.
can't say like,
Correct.
hey, this moment, like you can't retweet somebody buying a freaking LeBron like legendary and being like, oh hey, look, this is a good like investment because 25K down, you know, paid for it or whatever. Like it's like you just can't like talk on both sides, I think. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Top Shot for me is turning into Sunnin, the hair product, and it'll be something I will look back on fondly and laugh at. That I like, wow, I really enjoyed that time in my life, and I can't believe I did that, but I did do that, and I leaned into it hard. And that's like kind of where it is for me right now, which I know is like, I mean, it's tongue in cheek, it's a joke, but I like it does bum me out a little bit that I'm not as jazzed about it anymore. But I like, it's just, I mean, it is what it is at this point. And I've been having fun with other stuff. And I will say, like, I've said this to people privately and publicly, like anytime a real Top Shot thing happens, like I'm happy to talk about it and happy to dive in and like root for them. And I like them as individuals and people, and like hope that they figure their shit out. But you know, until then, I mean, it's clear they've made their decisions clear by their actions. I will say one other thing that I feel like I said to you guys privately. And this is gonna feel fud-ish, but just like, you know, deal with it. Stubbs says, what speed is your ceiling fan at right now? And that made me really laugh.
Max speed.
One thing I will say is that everyone is like, guys, the vibes are good right now on Twitter because, you know, we're getting moments. It's Hoopsmas. And it's just not lost on me that people are getting free expensive stuff. And then they're like, see, Top Shot is back. It's not about the money, but I am getting a free expensive thing that I've always wanted. Like, and so I just, it makes me wonder how long that's going to last.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to that point too, I don't know. I've never been one to really sympathize with whales. It's kind of been my shtick. But I think it was Eric, who's been in Top Shot forever, has spent a lot of money on it, and he was saying, he like tweeted out that like it's kind of like he's very happy for people, but at the same time, like it's kind of a slap in the face when he spent so much on Top Shot and they won't reward him, but they're like they're giving these crazy grails to random people who've maybe minimally bought in. And
right.
Okay, and like I think that's kind of ridiculous that they're doing that, blah blah blah. I get that, but I think even more importantly to me, that was just kind of oh wow, they clearly just do not. They have so much data at their fingertips, and they clearly just do not collect it or don't know how to use it. And I think that, and I knew this before, but that was just another light bulb that was just like, gosh, they really like, you brag about this technology and this new platform and this like incredible new experience, which I agree, it's all of that, but they don't use it to its full potential. And you know, until that happens, I don't think I can, you know, just jump in, turn my brain off, and collect and just ignore all the other stuff that's happening. To John's point, you know, they're not doing what they say they're doing. So that's my fundamental disagreement.
And the other thing, like, and I kind of like made fun of this in a tweet the other week because I don't even remember the hell I was talking about. Every time I tweet somebody, everybody gets mad. But I was saying something like, "Oh wait, like Series 4 is all about just like having fun and collected moments," but then like everybody who's having fun and collected moments like also is like, "So when are we gonna have new users and like when is Minecraft gonna go?"
I know. Well, I mean, it's people like, I wonder how many people that got in like 2 years ago, right? Or a year and a half ago, who like I wonder how many of those people are just being like, dude, I'm just happy to be getting what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just happy to probably stay stacked. And who else? There's somebody else that I'm blanking on right now. Steve? Oh yeah, no, Veerman will actually say critical things. I shut up, Veerman.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Also, shut up, Veerman. Veerman, who is like truly one of the nicest people I've ever met in real life and online.
True.
And he planted his flag on that so rare stuff. And then it ended in a movie fashion where he's like, I tell you what, man, you create a Top Shot account, I'll create a so rare account. And just like it was incredible. It was incredible stuff. But anyways, I don't know. I feel like we don't have. Oh, go ahead.
One more thing, because I gotta get this net neutral stuff off my back, and then I'll never talk about it again. I think because truly reading the blog, like, okay, I've been like the net neutral guy because I like tracking the number stuff, and I started doing all this stuff this year because I was like, all right, Jane's saying all this stuff, like, let's see if like it's gonna be a good Series 4. Like, let me track a bunch of numbers. That kind of quickly like turned into a thing that everybody hates to see every week because I don't know, I'm just shitting on Top Shot apparently by putting out numbers. But then like I came into like I know, but then I came into like the being like the net neutral guy because it's like, okay, well, this is like a fun thing to just track every week, and that's like how I started here, right? Just tracking random numbers. And and then the blog just like really took the wind out of my sails, I think, because it was like just like so disingenuous to like what their goal was. And like I don't know, nobody like really cares that much, and nobody's like there's like me. I have DMs with like 3 people who like care about it, and we talk about it all the time. But like other than that, like nobody really cares. But like just the way that they went about it, and they just like pretty much were like, yeah, all the locking's gonna count, and like, yeah, all the trade tickets you guys did for like those 480,000 Series 3 packs, those are gonna count. And like the WNBA stuff was throwing me off, and like I don't know, just like they were just so nonchalant, being like, "Oh yeah, we got like a 3 million moment lead, baby," and it was like, "All right, well, that's kind of a bummer." So I think my shtick is done as on the show me the data side. I don't know if I'm gonna end up doing them anymore because it's just not
right. Well,
it's just not worth it.
I mean, it's why I stopped doing like the morning marketplace in the way that I was doing it. It's why we've like rebranded it because it was like you're just doing the same thing every day, and it's like, okay, well, this isn't good for anybody. And like to Aziz's point, dude, I totally agree. He said, am I crazy for feeling like we're in a good place right now? So like, I do think this is the argument for everyone. Like if you compare it to February 2021, you'll never be happy. There's more utility than ever, and it's one of the handful of NFTs still standing. There's a lot of NFTs still standing, but I get what you're saying.
And that part's bullshit because yeah, sure, like Top Shot's still here, and like there's a lot of NFTs that died or whatever, but like there was a phase where if you just blindly put an ETH into anything, you were turning it into like 3 ETH in 24 hours, and like you could do that.
I never
for
figured
like
that part out, unfortunately.
3 months, whatever. Like I mean, I didn't really either, but like there was plenty of shit that was just firing, and everybody was just loving ETH NFTs, and that whole time Top Shot was just sucking, right? And so like you can't make the comparison now like, oh well, Top Shot's still here, and it's like, well, yeah, but like they also like sucked ass when everything else was still good.
Go ahead, Jim.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think honestly, and I know everyone's gonna make fun of me for this, but like
UFC Strike.
Yes, UFC Strike is like they are doing all like they're the same company, and UFC Strike is doing everything right compared to Top Shot. They are running net negative. They just burned another 18,000 moments, and instead of like basically telling collectors, "Hey, like go ahead and burn this, and we'll give you pennies on the dollar," they are giving like really good, solid rewards. Like they're incentivizing collectors to burn. Like they're acknowledging, hey, maybe we over-minted a bit, but instead of putting that on you, the collectors, we're in this together. Like we're listening to your feedback. We're making like decisions based upon like they haven't sold a pack in 3 or 4 months.
That is great.
They have not. They've done pack releases and you burn to get them. They have not sold a pack or taken any money out of the marketplace in 3 to 4 months. Like it just seems like everything that we complain about with Top Shot, UFC Strike,
Sorry, hold on.
Big Willie needs
Aziz said they're sending me to Paris, by the way, so I'm on their good side. Yeah. And hey, hold on, Jeff. I want you to finish your thing, and then I'll hit this. But yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. And that's the one. I mean, that's the one mistake they've made. And I mean, I'm not going and blowing money on UFC Strike or anything like that. My point is that they are like they've consistently listened to collectors. They've consistently just made like pivots and decisions that actually make sense for collectors that enjoy the sport. There's no better utility than UFC Strike either. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's what blows my brain is just like NFL all day is making all these changes. They're trying to figure things out. UFC Strike is burning, making all these changes, figuring things out. And then you have Top Shot, who's just like, oh, yeah, I mean, these other two things have seemed to figure something out or trying things, but we're just kind of going to keep printing moments and, fudge the math so it makes sense. Like, I just, like, that's what infuriates me because I know that, like, they're not three completely separate entities. They all talk. And it just seems like Top Shot is stuck in its ways.
I'll talk both. Two of them listen. One maybe.
Correct. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's what frustrates me is like, look, I'm not even saying UFC Strike, you should get into it or anything like that. I enjoy it and I'm having fun, but like they're actually like taking steps to rectify possible mistakes.
I just wanted to I wanted to go back to what Aziz was saying for a second. I think our frustration is and especially if you are like relatively new. Oh, awesome, Smeet. Thank you for being here. And then immediately be like, hey man, when do I potentially get a free thing? But if like one of the things that I had been saying for a long time is that I think my biggest frustration with Top Shot was and Dapper in general is just like the lack of infrastructure. And because of that, we were going to see it bleed into other areas. And that was like it was more of a leadership and development thing that I was a little bit more concerned with. And I was like, until that's addressed, I feel like that's going to affect other things, which in turn is what happened. So, but to Aziz's point, I do think like, the social media presence has been a lot better recently.
Way better.
The tour is very cool. Like I think, and I think this is the first go at the tour and it's going to continue to get better. I think that's very cool. I think the team captains are dope. I love that people are getting opportunities to go to games. Like there are so many very cool things that are happening. And it's this weird balance, right? Of we should be like happy with the stuff that's happening. We should be like, hell yeah, this is great. This is progress. But there's this weird thing that happens where if you call out a thing, it ends up just being like, dude, they'll fucking never make you happy, bro. And it's like, well, no, it's not that. But like, where does accountability land on some of this stuff? And so I think because that's the conversation
that's why the accountability point that you just mentioned, I think is more what I was getting at when I was like, hey, why don't they ever talk anymore?
Right.
Because it's like, and like, I don't know, like, yeah, when Jacob used to do the office hours and he would just say a bunch of stuff that would get him in trouble later, like that probably wasn't great. But like almost having like a place for people to sound off on what their concerns are, whether they get resolved or not, like seems like progress, right? It's like, it's just like if you just host the thing and let people yell at you for 60 minutes and be like, yeah, we'll review with the team, like whatever, like that would seem like some sort of progress. So like, or you could just be like, hey, I don't know why the fuck you stacked a bunch of series 2s, like even though we told you to do it a while ago, like that shit's over, fucking move on. Like I don't know,
dude, think about it. Like the leaderboards was some of the biggest things that were ever going to happen, and then there was like an announcement and then it was dead, and then there was an announcement and then there was dead. There was like lots of stuff that I'm sure people it would be like very excited. I don't know. I think it goes a long way. Hold on, I want to just share. I haven't even read this yet, Aziz, but we were talking about you. Unless Top Shot pulls an FTX, I don't see myself ever liquidating, and maybe not even then.
If honestly, an FTX you can't liquidate. So.
Yeah, Aziz, but Aziz, you know what though, man? You are being transparent. You're letting me know where your flag's planted. There's no confusion, and I appreciate that, man. I wanted to share. Seth had a good question. talking point. He said, would love to hear your takes on Top Shot and the lack of participation from the NBA. Like, what is going on in there? And we should also shout out Seth. Seth, it's a great backdrop you have for this photo that you were taking.
Yeah, great picture.
You know what I like about this photo, Seth? This could work on LinkedIn, and it could also work on dating apps. Like, this is a versatile photo. It also shot tank,
dude.
Yeah, dude. Seth, dude, fucking go, dude. But I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on the? I know I've got some.
It's that far off to say that like the NBA is like, hey, maybe like NFTs aren't that cool. Like, I don't know. like we don't have to just buy into this. Like everybody in the world thinks Top Shot's going to be the future of fandom. Like, I don't know. Like maybe it's just not. Like maybe the NBA is like, that was kind of something. And like,
I mean, the NFL and the UFC do though. That's what's weird.
I mean, okay, so yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. I also heard them talking about on an NFL primetime game how I think it was some guy on the Saints or something was like trying to get a bunch of people to the game, and like they reached out on all the different like radio shows and all this stuff trying to find like who the 130 biggest fans were so he could like give out tickets and stuff. So it's like it's not like we're using leaderboards for like everybody's locked in on everything, right? So like I don't know, I just think like that we're in this bubble of like we've been in Top Shot, we've been in all day, like we hear everybody talk about like how this is the future, and we've like thought about things about how it could be cool and like how like why isn't the NBA doing this or that or whatever, and it's just like not there yet. It's like not into the culture, and maybe it doesn't help that NFTs suck.
Good point.
Yeah, true.
Forgot all about that.
Don't forget the
contest was good. The contest sponsored by Coinbase. and NFT Cubes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's probably a couple of things. I'm sure the NBA is a little bit cautious unless it's China and how they and ironically, China's what's going to save Top Shot. But they're a little bit more cautious, right? They are the progressive brand, but they're very cautious. Where the NFL is like, let's get some fucking money. And same thing with same thing with UFC, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, UFC loves that.
So I think that's part of it.
Like one day into COVID.
But the NBA also has all of these other deals in Web3, right? We've already seen it with shout out NBA X NFT, the best platform NFT out there, and then also So Rare, which we've been dabbling with too, right? So they have a lot.
Discord's still going.
I don't know. I left the Discord. Weisberg can keep us updated. I'm sure.
Dream still is he still a moderator there?
Yeah, but like with So Rare, I mean, it's definitely a little bit clearer, right? They reached out to Adam Lefko from TNT and NBA TV, and he speaks with them, and it's like Karl Anthony Towns. It just I don't know. I mean, I would like to give Top Shot the benefit of the doubt that this is probably a pretty challenging relationship to have with the league, and I'm sure they stifle a lot of ideas that they might have, and I'm sure it fucking just slows everything way down. But also, Top Shot hasn't done anything from like a big picture leadership wise that makes me think that that's also not the case. Do you know what I mean? Like and
I think too, like Top Shot, it kind of hurt themselves a little bit with how complex this platform turned out to be, right? So like, and it's just part of like building in this environment of NFTs where everything moves lightning quick and like tech doesn't always move that quick, right? So like by the time Top Shot built stuff out, people were already moving on to the next one and like getting over it or whatever. And so now like Top Shot has all these layers of like things that you can do, and like not just tiers but badges and sets and leaderboards and whatever, like all this crap, and then challenges and stuff. And then like you take a step back and like, okay, imagine like Jacob walking into a room with Adam Silver and like explaining to him what Top Shot is, right? Like it kind of would be like either he would go like either he would only touch on the surface stuff and like wouldn't talk about all the other shit, and that would get really confusing or whatever, or like it would just get confusing, right? There's just like so much like layers to it that like isn't able to easily explain. And then you like flip side, you think about like So Rare, and it's like, hey, you buy cards, you play in these fantasy games every week. Like that's all we do, right? And like maybe that's like a positive thing.
Yeah,
Top Shot is kind of like a glass onion. There's a lot of
There's a
layers.
lot of layers.
You can really just see right through it.
What's up, Adam Silver?
Silver Nation.
Wait, hold on. There was a couple of things I wanted to hit in the chat that I thought were good. Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't have to. I love So Rare. I'm having so much fun with So Rare. I'm probably losing millions on So Rare, but I'm having.
But you're gonna make it all back in best ball, baby.
I'm having a great time. I am having a great time. One thing I don't understand. So Aziz is saying like, why, like young people? Why can't young people do it? I could see myself in high school just like ripping packs. It's so funny, right? Because I totally understand why you can't do it. Where it's like, dude, you need no, it's credit cards, man. Like, you gotta make sure it's adults out here fucking around. But it's true. I don't trust adults that buy cards. And if it was like, but when I was a kid, I was like, dude, we got to buy these cards, man. Dad, we got to buy these cards. And so, yeah, well, but now I'm feeling like a grifter where I'm like, dude, let's just get these fucking kids. Let's get these kids to save my bags.
No. You need to stand outside of high schools and sell them. Be like, oh, you can't create an account and buy it, but just pay me the money and I'll buy it and I'll send it.
I mean, you can gift to anybody in the world now.
Yeah, you can force someone to make a Top Shot account now.
Oh, let me catch up on the chat. Yeah, like yeah, I know what you mean. We're the dads now.
Don't put that evil on me, Boston base yet.
Kids are the new China.
Well, some would say kids are the old China too, but
I think kids will be like,
whoa, Seth, whoa, not like that. Purely transactional.
Will be like the layer 3, right? They're like the right now it's the Win app, and then it's like, you know, now that we have the app, Win China, app. And then it's like, when do the Chinese kids get on the app? You know, like that's layer 3, I think.
Dude, there are people. I have seen tweets of people being like, "When can my kids get on Top Shot?"
I know.
So it's not. You're not completely wrong.
I know. Oh man.
Honestly, I'm sure Jane has like a post somewhere saying like that's one of the top priorities. Like
she 100% does.
I almost like can picture it. I can fucking picture the thread saying like kids on Top Shot is like something they're working on for S4. God damn it.
Yes, this is just say no to Top Shot. All right, Top Shot on Fortnite. How about that?
Oh my God.
There we go, Jeff. You can come back and victory lap the Fortnite.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. There is actually a thread, and then we all yelled into pillows. I mean,
Top Shot.
I also just love, like, after all of that, after everything that happened,
the chat is on fire.
This is your brain on Top Shot.
After everything that happened too, like with just the stuff we're recapping right now, I was the bad guy. Just never forget.
Almost. Remember, it started with us opening the packs in April.
That's true. Oh man, I can't wait to hold it until it hits 50. Actually, I'm not going to tell you how much it is, but I am going to look it up. But speaking of, we like the stream, subscribe at hashtag JJL Smith. Shout out JJL Smith. Shout out JJL Smith for donating that. I'm gonna see how much this bad boy.
Like a thing, it's gonna be like, hey, you're gonna tell your kids like never accept a gifted moment from a stranger.
Yeah.
You don't know what that moment's laced with.
Link's gonna take. You might just be getting a bum 60K.
All right, let me see if I can find this.
It's $1 floor looking.
Dude, you know what's crazy? This is a hollow moment. Monty Morris. This is why Nikola Jokic won the MVP, is because Monty Morris was the third best guy on that team.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, this is a $255 gift here. This is what's being sent out right now. Oh man. I gotta say, this has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this. This is cathartic and
pure chaos. It's been great.
It is.
The chat.
The chat is incredible. I'm dying.
I know. It makes you want to hang out longer. I don't know, Jeb. You got anything coming up these days? What do you got going on?
I dropped a new YouTube video for the first time in a millennium.
Hell yeah.
And I've got 3 or 4 more on the way that I'm editing and working on. So, yeah, just continuing to go pick right back up where I left off with So Rare Steals. I'm trying to finish the teams because I realized after that break, I was like, why didn't I just do like a video every week where I just looked at the steals for that week? But whatever. So we're going to finish all the teams and then we'll do that moving forward. But yeah, we're like halfway done.
Jesus, Jay.
Dude, the chat is, oh my gosh.
Wait, hold on. There a couple of things. Wait, Lotto, it's 4 a.m., dude. What are you doing up right now? Right now, it's 10 p.m. where I am. It's 7 p.m. where those guys are. 4 a.m. Good Lord. Good Lord. Ben Bogan, new member. Let's go, Ben. Let's go, Ben. Yeah, what are you going on, JBB?
Not a whole lot. We're doing some I think I'm gonna get some playoff basketball stuff going. I keep saying I am, and then I keep just spending all night drafting teams instead of writing an article. So maybe I'll just do a spaces instead. I might cop out and just do like a
no, dude, you're coming on the show. You just come on the show. We'll do tomorrow.
All right.
We'll do tomorrow.
That's true. That's true.
There we go.
Yeah, that's about it. So, and I got a mini sweat. I'm sweating 200K this weekend. Probably won't happen, but
let's go, baby.
1/10 of what Mike's got.
That's all right. We're gonna hit.
I entered $1 into a lineup too, so I'm right there with you boys.
We're gonna split 3 ways. There we go. Quadzilla says, "Wait, JVB's West Coast strikes against a grizzled Midwestern."
Wow. How does it make you feel, Julian?
Oh wait, I forgot I have
Not
a pack to open.
Orange County.
Orange County. All right. For those who don't know, you're all my backup. My NBA TV is blocked out in the Nuggets game. Well, listen, Kevin, put hashtag JJL Smith into the chat right now. Because we're gonna be giving away a legendary moment here. I forgot I've got a pack to open, and we're gonna, I'm even gonna do it with the music because
hell yeah,
it's a cool cat one.
End in the year, right?
What'd you say? Oh, end the year, right? Yeah,
end in the year, right?
And for those that don't know, if you are relatively new, guess what, boys? We hit. Let me just double check. As of right now, 7,201 subs. Let's go. Let's go. But tomorrow we have the morning show at 9 a.m. We did like 4 shows today. Did too many shows. But 9 a.m. tomorrow, the morning show is back. At 10 a.m., I'm jumping on the So Rare Data NBA show with Andrew Laird. And then John and I at some point in the afternoon will fire up. We'll fire up a little best ball. A Quadzilla says you should open that pack, and I'll tell you what I paid. Oh, no. Let's see. It'd be so cool if there was just so many more packs in here. All right, here we go.
Would it?
And you're right. It probably wouldn't be cool. What's going on? Okay, I was like rugged. All right, what?
No, you click the link, dude. You click
the link.
Dude,
cool
Top Shot's
even plus EV right now.
Mike got blacklisted from Top Shot.
It's because I sold out of the 9 Lives Lounge. All right, let's see what this
Cool Cats 2.
Whoa! And it's this is so loud on my end.
It's loud on our end.
I love everybody did.
All right, here we go. Oh.
35K! That thing's a rare!
Run it back. How dare you, Kevin? Yeah, look at this Chris Paul fadeaway jumper out of 35K. You get 35K in the cool. Did they repack these? Did they have 35Ks in there?
4, dude. This is
drop
4.
4.
Oh,
this is after I became famous for calling out.
Oh, Drew Holiday, is that my cool cat?
Yeah.
There it is. Wow.
Hell yeah.
20K.
So the real bummer about this, I was just looking at what the current EV of the Cool Cats 4-pack is. So I was like, holy crap, $14. That feels pretty low. And the EV is only $12. So that sucks.
All right, here we go. Oh, 28K. Dante DiVincenzo. Great DFS play tonight for the Warriors. Look at that little give and go on Tony Snell. Is Tony Snell still in the league?
I hope some team is paying him to put up 0 stats.
And this Jamal Murray? Oh, whatever. We'll take a little Jamal Murray. It's good for my fucking Nuggets. I'm gonna lock that.
Lock that. Get on the climb up the leaderboard, baby.
We're gonna lock it, baby. Lock it. I gotta reshare it.
Back in the day, I wrote like 6 blogs on Cool Cats, dude.
Dude,
yeah,
those were the times.
Oh my god, they were hits, baby. They were hits.
No, I remember John Boy Beats was a big deal.
God, I'm so pissed they even gave me that. All right, gang, we're gonna wrap here. Let's give away this one more time, dude. Shout out JJL Smith for like time and time again. Unfortunately, the last time he did a legendary PPE won it in Vegas. He gave away, it was a Pacers one. I forget, was it Sabonis? I think it was
Sabonis.
And just always comes through, just a good dude. So here we go. We're going to fire this up right now. Music's so loud, I'm seeing stars. Last call, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag JJL Smith. Hey guys, it was fun to be inside the NFT boom. I miss this crazy shit. I know. Well, you know what? We're still here, man.
It's true. It's true. It'll come again. It'll happen again.
Yeah.
Give it 5 years.
Look at that's true. And Joey, listen, if you stay long enough, I'll get you through another COVID ever. You fucking got over it last week. Oh man. All right, we're up to 89 entrants. I'm gonna last call for this right now. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. If you win this thing, shoot me a DM at Mike Zakarian or in the Team Hold Discord. You can find a link to that in the show notes. You can also find a link to everything in the show notes. So go ahead and do that. Oh my God. Quad says Jesus paid $5.35 for the Zion Seeing Stars. It's now $7.
Honestly,
I remember thinking I was sniping Seeing Stars for like $2.50
right
after the drop. Because I did the whole friggin' set, baby. And then, the fucking KD challenge lasted 21 days. Oh, my God.
There was somebody, I forget who it was Sexy Sexton. Somebody tweeted out recently that was like, dude, I keep buying the dip. And they keep looking like good buys, and then they're not. I feel you. All right, here we go. We're going to spin this thing. Right now. Shoot me. You'll get it tomorrow morning. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm exhausted. I've streamed for like 4 hours. Here we go. Winner is Nicholas Yom. Nicholas Yom. Congratulations, my man.
Hell yeah.
Shoot me a DM either on Twitter or in the Discord. You have 3 hours, and then I'm going to best offer. No, I'm just kidding. Shoot me a DM. But for JBB, for AGB, for 2FA, we are out.